All right. Give me one quick second here. Trying to use a third person character. Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh. Mistake. There we go. Transition. There we go. Let's see. Hello, everybody, by the way. Let me go and close that. I'm doing this too. Perfect timing. I'm trying to use a third-person character as the NPC AI using a metahuman. Very nice. How far along are you? The project's still opening. That's the only reason I haven't shared my screen yet. My headphones are not connected correctly. I gotta get like a new cable or something, I think, for these headphones or something. I don't know if it's the cable or I use like a little adapter because it's not meant for like a regular, I think they're like 3.5mm jacks. It's like one of those big old jacks that you're supposed to use. That is really cool though. Try to use like the MetaHuman AI. I haven't tried with the MetaHuman AI. I'm using just a static. I don't even know if it's a skeletal mesh. I think it's a skeletal mesh. Still smashing my head against my desk. Well, nice. So I've already done like most of the melee stuff in like previous streams. I think I gotta reconnect this. Hold on. But I am. Come on. Stop fighting me. There we go. But I am going to be working on the range stuff, kind of like dodging behind walls and things like that. That's what I'm going to be aiming for, you know, trying to take some cover. I spent a little bit of yesterday. It is very tricky. I spent a little bit of yesterday playing through Borderlands. Borderlands, I really like the way they do their NPCs. Or like more specifically, like the enemies. I like the way that they do it because they have a variety of like melee and ranged characters. And the way that they are, I just generally like the way that they behave. You know, they jump out of cover when you try shooting at them. If you start shooting at them while they're charging you, that they might possibly dodge out of the way then. You know, and they're very relentless in the way that they attack you as well, which I think is very fitting too. So I really like playing through Borderlands and all that just to kind of see. All right, I think I got it open here. There we go. Transition. There we go. Let me turn up the music a bit too. I don't know if it's just me, but it's a bit quiet. There we go. All right, so let me know if the music's a bit too loud too. I think I've noticed it like jumps immediately, and so if I have to turn it down a notch, then I can. So let's see. We're working on the range ones. I'm gonna remove this one out of the way here real quick. This was the melee one. I did get some animations too. I think I'm gonna try and see if we can't get some animations. Have not tried Borderlands. You should check out the AI Cloud Imperium is doing for Star Citizen, which is eventually going to be playable in VR. I haven't played Star Citizen. I've heard good things about it though. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna leave a note for myself here. Just no browser. I'm gonna leave it back here. Star Citizen. I have heard good things about Star Citizen though. I haven't tried it though myself. I might have to go and look and see how they do their AI and things like that. I was mostly focused on it because it's supposed to be like in more of like a combat type thing. There's not going to be a ton of passive NPCs or anything like that, which is why I was so focused on like the attacking side. I am thinking I will do a few like just kind of passively walking ones. I think I have a few ideas for that. And so I may end up doing just like a few NPCs that are able to just kind of passively walk around. And then I think the only other kind of AI I'm going to have is I'm thinking I may also do one for like a shopkeep, and he's probably just going to kind of stand there. That's, you know, there's like nothing to that. You just put a skeletal mesh doing an animation. I don't think there's anything more to do with that. So yeah. The passively walking around one, I think I may do a little bit later too if I have the time for it. So let's go and do some of this range one real quick. Because I want to see this one first. There we go. Alright, so I had someone point this out to me at the end of my last stream, the EQS system. I spent like all day yesterday researching this. I think it may even be useful for other things other than AI, but this was pointed out to me, and so today I'm going to try doing this. So my understanding is first we get an environment query context, which I created, and I think there's a second thing I have to make. But we make the environment query context. That'll open. I just opened this project, so I think it's going to be a little slow right now. Okay, so the environment query context. So I won't be doing, I don't think I want to do provide single actor. I think I want to delete that. So let's do provide actor set. Okay, so we're going to do provide actor set. I don't know if this is going to work. I've only seen people use the provide single actor, so we'll try this and we'll see how this goes. And then we just get all the player characters. So get player. I'm actually going to do pawns. Let's do it this way. Get all actors. Class. Pawn. Nope. That causes issues. All right, never mind. We'll do it the original way. It just occurred to me why that's going to be an issue, because it's also going to be referencing itself, and I don't want to do that. So we take this, provide single actor, get player pawn, 0, and then that goes into the resulting actor, right? And that's like all we do in the environment query context. Now, I'm not sure. I noticed there was a section for that in the project settings, so I may have to go in there too. Then we set up an EQS thing. What was this thing called? How do I do this? Hold on. This was the part I didn't fully understand how they were creating it. We jump into the EQS editor and set up the tests. So where's the EQS editor? Is that in the behavior tree? Service. I mean, I could create tasks and stuff. Did I need to leave this open? There's the event graph, and then there's the provide. Hold on. If I just type root, this is just a regular blueprint stuff. Was there something I had missed? Oh, there is. Hold on. What is this EQS find player? This is what they're using, right? EQS. Enable the environment query editor. Context. An environment query named EQS player. Yeah, and then this was the context. Okay, so yeah, there is another thing I have to make here. The blueprint class? Environment. The context base. I don't think this is it. Oh, here it is. EQS. Alright, here we go. Okay. So here's our EQS. So let's see. From here, we come in here. From what I understand, we come down here. We put all. Okay, so this is where I use the query. Okay. So I want to do a grid. I need to use this, the environment query context base. Oh, this is what determines where it's generating around. So no, I want this as the courier. I don't think I need this. I don't think I need this at all. Save projection data. Let's see. I think if I recall, there's another actor I can make. Environment. I remember seeing that there was like a debug pod we can throw in to see how this is behaving. Let's check. End results, AI controller. EQS Unreal Engine debug. Ah, here we go. Visualize EQS query in real time. I think this is what. Upon is an AI, do try the port key. This is what I was looking for. You should be able to visualize EQS with gameplay debugger tool. I don't think this is what I was thinking of. All right, we're just gonna guess here. We're gonna guess here for a second. Okay. So if we have radius 500, that may be a bit of a large radius, but we'll have to see. And then we add some tests. So we want, let's see, distance to the courier, distance 3D, filler type range. And then float min, I think, needs to be 1. Float max, I think, needs to be 0. Or does that need to be reversed? Oh, no. Hold on. 0, 1. And then we can make this reverse linear, I think. I think reverse or inverse linear. Yeah, this is what we want. So what this should do is it'll grab all the points that are closest to the player. From what I understand, it'll grab all the points that are closest to the player in the EQS system. And then... And it's going to give them a number between 0 and 1, 1 being closer, 0 being further away. Then we can also... Let's see... Gameplay tags, overlap, pathfinding batch, project... Oh, here we go, trace. Then we want to trace. Trace from context. So this context needs to change. I think... Yeah, here we go. So this is where we use the environment query context base because we're getting the player character. And anything that hits, that's able to line trace to the courier. We actually want this filter only. How do I... I'm assuming this is set up correctly then. I don't know if this is set up correctly or not. Require hit, don't score. So hold on, no, this needs to be inverted. How do I invert this? Trace complex, only blocking units. You know, I'm gonna try this. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, then we move this out of the way, right? And then we need one more. This one is going to be pathfinding. We need to make sure that we're able to find a path to this point. Is this for the perception system? No, so this is the EQS system, environment query. And what this is going to do is it's kind of like this. This is like the best way I can put it. It's going to go through and it's going to build a grid around the AI. Then using the AI, what this is going to do is it's going to grab a whole bunch of points on this grid, and then it's going to run a bunch of checks. So this is kind of like the best visualization I think I found of it so far. There's a way to visualize it, and I need to figure out what it is. Oh, here we go. EQS testing pond. Okay, I think this is how I test it. But anyways, I'll try this in a second. But what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to go through, and each of these points, we're running a series of tests. So we're going to find how far they are from the querier, which is the AI. The closer they are, the higher the value they're going to be ranked. And we're going to use this to figure out which one is like higher ranked according to our AI. Then we're also checking to see what points are visible between or can be traced between the player and that point. And this, it's kind of like the nav mesh, yes. Kind of like the nav mesh. We are using the nav mesh for this, yeah. Perception is actually different. Perception is, I have one right here in the AI, hold on. Perception is this thing right here, the AI perception. And there's like a bunch of different perceptions you can give it. I'm only using sight right now. Personally, I found the best way to do audio configs is to, when something hits, like if you throw a rock or something, look for all AIs around and then, you know, tell them, hey, something hit over here. So that way I get the location. I don't think I've ever tried the hearing config, but I'm assuming it would work kind of the same way, where you just kind of get it in the event graph as a, oh wait, hold on. I based it off the melee. Hold on. Where you just get a target perception updated, which just gives you a bunch of information about the AI. But yeah, I'll probably play around with the hearing config because I'm assuming it works the same way. So basically we're checking to see, can the player see this spot? Is it closer or further to the AI? And are we able to navigate to that spot as well? Because if it's a spot that's like up on a surface, it's still going to give it to me. So I need to make sure that's a spot that we actually can navigate to. Yeah, I think you can create other ones too. I've never created other ones, but from what I understand, you can. This one we want score only too. I just realized I didn't do that. We want to check to see if a path exists, so that should be good. And this is the only thing I don't know if it's working, so I think I need to figure out how to get this environment query thing working. So hold on. I think that's what this is. While the EQS are running, you can see the points. In addition to the EQS debugging tools, there's also a special type of pawn called the EQS testing pawn. This is what I was thinking of. Okay. So hold on. Let's do this. I think I need to make a new one. EQS testing pawn. Here we go. I'm just going to call this testing pawn. Actually, I'm going to move this over here because we're working on the range stuff right now. Okay. So here's the testing pawn. Move this up a bit. And if I give this, from what I understand, if I give this a query template, so we're using this one, I think? No. There it is. There we go. So now we're getting a bunch of points. So this is the way that this is functioning. So it's getting a bunch of points around. It's basically building a grid out for us to use. So right now we can navigate to any one of these points. So it's giving us all of these options. There's no character we're testing against. So it's just going to keep giving us these positions. And this is just kind of how this is working. I think I'm actually going to change this to make it a little easier. Oh, this is kind of interesting. It moves it. If there's like a near point. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to try and change this a bit. Hold on. Let me grab this. I'm going to change this. Get actor of class. Pawn. We're going to try something here. I don't know if this is going to work or not. see. Okay, so if I go and give this blueprints, VR pawn. So if I put this here, and I grab this and kind of move it around. Okay, cool. So yeah, it is working. So now all these spots are no longer valid, all these blue spots, because they're able to trace to this, like between this, the VR pawn and all these points. But these points are all valid because they are behind cover, which I think is good. I won't have like actual walls in my final version of my game, so I don't know that I'm as concerned about this, but I am wondering if we should be doing something else here too. Okay, let's make a few modifications here. I want to make this grid a bit bigger. Oh, maybe a bit too big. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's got a limit too. So let's do... How can I change this? Project down, project up, space between, grid half size. Do I need to increase this? Yeah, okay, so let's decrease this. Yeah, let's decrease the space between, maybe like 250. I think that's a bit better. So yeah, it's still going to say that this spot's closer, so it's a little bit more valid. I think it does need to be a bit closer. Hold on. Let's do like 150. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. And I'm going to increase this just a bit more. I may want to do like a smaller range later, but I think this will do for now. So, okay. So now we can use this with the AI. So this is going to be the point that it should give me, from what I understand, whenever I run this EQS. All right. So now if we go into the ranged, right, and we go into the behavior tree. So this is where the attacking starts. So if we come in here, let me see. I think there's a node. Yep, run EQS query. They demonstrated something similar to this system in the development videos they show weekly for Star Citizen. Really? Does Star Citizen use Unreal, or is it something like that they're building? Is it like their own engine that they're building? From what I understand, this is like one of the best ways to kind of do this kind of thing. Is basically you have just a grid that you build out, and that's my understanding of what you kind of want to do. And it makes sense for like ranged enemies because you want them to take cover and all, you know? Let's see here. Run EQS. How do I set? Here we go. So we're using this one. Run mode. Okay, so yeah. Oh, okay, so we can change what modes to get. The AI perception system. Nice. They use the lumberyard engine. Hold on. Let me set this real quick. Control location. But before I forget what I'm doing, hold on. Cause I like looking at other engines and things like that too. Let me see. Lumberyard engine. Let's have a quick look at this. Hold on. Let's see. Is this by Amazon? Amazon Lumberyard is a now superseded freeware cross-platform game engine developed by Amazon and based on CryEngine, which was licensed from Crytek in 2015. In July of 2021, Amazon and the Linux Foundation announced that parts of the engine would be used to create a new open-source game engine called Open3D Engine, which would replace it. I think I've heard of Open3D Engine, or at least mentions of it. Oh, do they no longer offer this? So anything new that they're adding to Lumberyard Engine, it sounds like they may be building themselves. Well, from what I'm understanding, it looks like they don't sell Lumberyard, or I guess give away Lumberyard Engine or anything anymore. Hold on, let me see if there's like a way to download it or anything. Hold on, Lumberyard Engine. Is there even still a way to download it? There is. It looks like. Get underscore bootstrap.exe. It looks like this repository has been archived by the owner on October 4th, 2022. You're an Unreal fanboy? I like Unreal too. I wish that they would use the Unreal Engine. Honestly, Unreal Engine's amazing. I'm a little curious though. I might have to see if I can try Lumberyard Engine just to see what it's like. I like playing around with engines. I have tried a little bit of Godot and I've tried Unity. I've tried like a whole bunch of different ones. Star Citizen have created their own spin-off of it, the Star Engine, they are calling it, I think. I mean, yeah, it sounds like they have to kind of create their own one at this point, because it sounds like it's no longer an option to download. What is it? They said it, now they're doing Open 3D. Hold on. So this is what Lumberyard Engine has become, it looks like. The latest version, create AAA games and high fidelity simulations. Extensibility, integrate with your favorite cloud services. I would love to see what they did with it. Oh wait. Premier partners, Epic Games. I wonder if there's like, I wonder if they use like integrations with oh, what's it called? Oh, I can't even remember what it's called. They have their own like game hosting service thing that they do. What is that called? Unreal? No, not Unreal. Is it Unreal? It's not important, but I wonder if that's what they partner with them for. It looks good. I don't know that it looks great compared to Unreal Engine, but it looks good. The overall look reminds me an awful lot of Unity. I learned something new. I had no idea that Lumberyard did all this. I'm only familiar because of Star Citizen. So I guess Lumberyard's been turned into, I think this is called Open 3D Engine. The layout reminds me an awful lot of like Unity. And this whole little panel over here reminds me an awful lot of Unity. Like the way that they do game objects, and I don't think they call them components. I think they call them something else. Maybe I have to do like a quick live stream at some point on Open 3D Engine, just to see what it's like. I don't think I've touched Godot in a while either, if I'm honest. Or maybe I can even just do like a whole video, just like trying out Open 3D Engine. I'd be a little curious. All right, let's see this now. What was I doing? I was doing, yeah, okay. So how does this work? So, run mode. So hold on, I'm a little curious. If we like don't grab something, what happens then? ignore restart self. Trash this. I used to play around with the BGE2, but they axed that. BGE. I don't know if I don't know that I know what BG is. I'm assuming you're talking about another engine. I don't know if you're talking about something different or not. I'm assuming you're not talking about an engine, because I don't. Maybe do I need to look up game engine? Blender game engine. Okay. I didn't know Blender had a game engine. I didn't know that. I think, actually no, I think I may have heard of that at one point. Maybe I did hear it, but I don't think I've ever like seen it or used it or anything, or like seen anybody try to use it or anything like that. I think I actually want to do something else here too. I think I also want to do another test. I want something that's closer to the player. It was cool, but then UDK turned into Unreal Engine. BG was forgotten. Interesting. Yeah, I never tried anything like that, so I didn't realize that was a thing. So look for a spot that's close to the player, but also close to that. Cool. So move to control location. Change to this. Hold on. I think. No, that's not what I was thinking of. Is it 1024? Oh, here we go. 60. There we go. A little higher. Cool. Nice. I think I may need to do another step here. Let me do one thing at a time. Single parallel. Let's do like 3 seconds. Go. So I'm like trying to go along here while I'm doing this. I got a little bit sidetracked there. I'm trying to see I'm trying to figure out the attacking thing now. So now we've got all this, right? So we run the EQS query. This is going to find a point, or at least attempt to find a point that we can attack the player at. Like behind cover. Then we're going to move to this position that's going to hopefully be behind cover. And then we need to run some kind of attack command alongside a wait command. Because my thought is every like 2 to 8 seconds, it should wait before attacking again. This may need to be adjusted, but that's kind of my thought process there. But then we need to handle the shooting, which I think we need to do here. Pawn, cast 2, new blueprints. Shoot player. And then this should finish executing successfully, and because we don't want to leave anything unfinished, we want to make sure that this fails on this one over here. So for attacking, I think I'm just going to keep it simple for now. It's just going to shoot a bullet at the player. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Something else needs to happen here, too. Hold on. I think this may need to change a bit. Because we want this to rotate to face player. So we'll do this. Actually, we'll have it shoot first and then wait. Oh, wait. I can't do more than one? Oh, wait, I need a sequence, that's why. Sequence, wait. Okay, now we run the shoot player, which moves us over here. So we're going to spawn actor from class. I think we already have a projectile we can use. Pistol, here we go. Projectile, oops. Can I not just drag it in? Alright, weird. Okay, and then I'm going to just do like a scene component here. Fire point. I'm just gonna move it forward for now. Hold on. Get world location. Not location, transform. World transform. Go in there. And that should be a basic attack there. And that should work. Hopefully. We're gonna find out right now. Oh, I didn't plug in my headset. I thought I plugged it in. I think I got sidetracked by something. Hold on, I need to plug in my headset now. I may need to restart this real quick. Close this down. I think it should be booting up. I went before the stream. I grabbed the cable, and I guess I got distracted or something. I didn't end up actually plugging it in. So it was just kind of sitting there. Wish the Quest 2 would automatically connect sometimes. The Quest 2 works pretty well. The only reason I don't use it like on a day-to-day basis is because if I use something that's wired, I know it's always going to connect, and the base stations make sure the tracking doesn't like freak out or anything. If I use something like the Quest 2, like it works, and I don't have to worry about cables, but it'll periodically disconnect, and then you also sometimes have issues where it loses tracking, then you need to reset that up. Yeah, it's Quest 2 is good. I don't know that it's the best for development or anything like that. I feel because I've also had the same issue too if I had like a wired connection to my PC. I don't understand that one either. First time is why am I not moving? Oh, that's right. I forgot I set it on the wrong controller. Okay. So it is working. It is like trying to get to a spot, but then it turns around. But then it's lost tracking of me, so then it freaks out and goes back. Okay. Are you trying to get around me? Okay, I think I kind of broke him. Oh, he lost all sight of me. He doesn't see me anymore. His perception broke. Okay, there it is. Yeah, okay, so he needs... I don't think I can use the player for him. I don't even use the Airlink. I just leave the cable plugged in. Oh yeah, through Airlink. Airlink works pretty well. I'm creating a VR project where the player can walk around with smooth locomotion and be able to shoot and be shot by the NPC. Both NPC and player will have stealth. That's interesting. Is this a game you're going to be putting on Steam or something, or is it just kind of something you're making for the fun of it? So I need to change this a bit. So we don't want it to abort, I don't think. I think that's gonna be the first thing. You're attempting to? Nice. Basic I know, but that's what I'm learning. I mean, hey, we all have to start somewhere, right? Sandbox, then expand. You know what though? Sandbox game. There's a lot of great sandbox games. I like playing. Let's see. I think Gmod is technically a sandbox game. I used to play Gmod a lot. Let's see. What other types of great sandbox games are there? There've been quite a few, I think. I know there's like a bunch of ones that were created for like mobile and stuff. I think Minecraft is considered a sandbox game too, isn't it, or no? I don't know if Minecraft is. I figured the player health and basic FPS gameplay would be a great start. Nice. Are you going to be turning into like a multiplayer project too, or is it just going to be single player? I'm gonna try something here. Let's see. Let me grab you. I'm gonna lower all these walls here. Have to check out Is Star Citizen a sandbox too? Move this down a bit. What would you recommend to make a VR game for Oculus Quest 2? 5.1.1 or 4.27? I'll be honest, I feel like it's just kind of up to you. I think both are still pretty good. I think the big difference you're going to run into is Unreal Engine 5, like all versions of Unreal Engine 5 have mostly transitioned into using OpenXR. I think Unreal Engine 4.27 you can kind of get away with either or. Most things work fine with OpenXR. I have seen people have issues with like face and finger tracking if they're using OpenXR, and I think that's mostly because some of those plugins haven't been fully brought over yet. If you're just focused on Quest 2, I feel like that kind of goes either way too, because you'd be using the Oculus VR plugin on 4.27, unless you decide to use OpenXR. If you're really that concerned about it, like trying Unreal Engine 5, I'd first suggest trying both. If you're still a little unsure, like what's going to work better for you, I would say start with Unreal Engine 4.27, because then you can always migrate it up to Unreal Engine 5 if you'd like. You may have some problems if you do that, but that'll at the very least, like, if there's plugins you know only work on 4.27, then at the very least you can still use those. And hopefully they get updated to Unreal Engine 5. I want to eventually learn multiplayer, spectator, and have an option where other players can be in third person. Very nice. I've been working on like a couple multiplayer projects. I've noticed multiplayer VR projects have gotten a lot more popular recently, I think. So I'm going to try something. Let's see. That's correct height, right? I think I want to bring it down a little bit lower. Okay, so we'll do that. So let me see. I'm just going to move these and duplicate these all over the place. Delete, delete, delete. No problem. Well, are you working on a game too, Crix? I think I remember you may have told me about your game actually before. I think I recall you've told me in a previous stream. I created a project with the 5.2 branch, but it's not always stable. I haven't tried 5.2 yet. My current projects, I think my current projects are on like 5.1 right now, at the very latest. I've been working on a few projects that have started coming up to like 5.0 as well, from like Unreal Engine 4. I've seen quite a few people have like just general issues with Unreal Engine 5. I think a big reason for that is just the fact that a lot of people just didn't check to see if like plugins and things weren't working. Try 5.2, but it crashes all the time. I might have to. I'm definitely going to have to try 5.2 at some point, just because, you know, I do tutorials using these engines. So I definitely am going to have to try 5.2 at some point. I just haven't tried it yet. You have 3 PCs, so you don't mind constantly rebuilding. I mean, that's a good. That's a good way to do it at least. I have this main PC, then I have like an old. It was like the first actual like PC that I'd owned, and I have that one. It's not very strong, and then I have my laptop, which I actually use to display chat, but that one's running Arch Linux right now. Why are you all the way over here? I think I broke them. Fix the web browser plugin for Quest 2. I've heard of people having issues with the web browser plugin. Were you one of the people who had mentioned that on Discord? You might have been one of the people who had mentioned that. I think I've heard that from a couple people. Where are you going? Did I break them? I think I may have broken them. Maybe I need something behind cover that's farther away from the player or something. Or maybe I need to do this in like two steps. Maybe what I need to do is have like 2 steps here. Maybe I need to have one step where we actually move to a position, and then we follow that up with another step where then we start fighting with the player. I wonder if that's what I need to do. Maybe I don't need to be combining these. Let's do this. Hold on. Web browser plugin just show blank white page in 427 and 5.1 at the moment for Quest 2. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't used the web browser plugin in quite a while. Who are you and why are you in my recommended? I don't know why I'm in your recommended, but I do Unreal Engine VR tutorials. Name's Alex, by the way. I can't tell you why I'm in your recommended. I think that's something you'd have to tell me. I think we want to do this in fight is sets. Do I need a new decorator for this? I may need a new decorator. Hold on. Because I need one for in fight. Because this needs to come through over here. In fight. So if that is set, we want this to be is not set, I think. Because I think is not set will mean false, and is set means that it's true. And then I think I need one more task here. God, this is becoming a mess. I wasn't trying to keep things organized like I probably should have. Receive, execute AI. Blackboard, selector. Set value as bool. There, goes in there. And then we finish executing. I don't fully know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try this. True. I may need to change this a bit. Do you think it will be possible to take the hand controllers made for VR and UE5 and migrate them to UE4? What do you mean the hand controllers? Are you talking about the meshes? Yes, and all the blueprints to control it with menu. I mean, you probably could at the very least migrate over the meshes and then just use like a custom mesh. I don't know if the orientations are going to be correct. That's the only thing I'm not sure about. So I guess I'm not entirely sure, I guess is going to be my answer. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work or not. Oh, that's why this isn't working. It's going for a spot out here. Okay, I'm gonna change this up. Let's remove distance to the query. Let's just try and go with whatever's closer to the player. Oh, that's why. That's going in the wrong direction. There we go. Something closer. When I do that, it makes using my menu wonky. You've tried that, Christopoulos? I've never tried like migrating the static meshes back or anything, so I have no idea with that. I'm just gonna be honest. I wonder if I need like a value to check if this is next to a wall or something. Is there like a check I can do for that? When I migrate my VR character to another project. Oh, when you migrate a character. I mean, it can work. I haven't had... It depends on if you're migrating it to a different version, too. I've had it work. I've had migrations work fine if it's like same version of a project to like another same version of a project. If it's to a different version, I've had mixed results depending on what version I'm going from and what version I'm going to. Makes the menu wonky. I've not figured out why it makes the menu one-time use. Interesting. Well, all right. Ah, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Filter only. Overlap. Let's do like... I want to match the space between 150, 150. Extent Z shouldn't matter. Shape offset, don't need that. Overlap channel. I think these are world static. Or these world dynamic. These are world static. Okay, so box. Only blocking hits. I'm gonna do everything. Skip overlap courier. Let's see, what does this look like? Oh! Actually, that kind of works. Look, now we're only getting points that are, well, kind of next to positions. I think I need to increase the size a bit, maybe? Because I did notice it didn't go at one point, so maybe I need to increase the size a bit. Or maybe it needs to be decreased even. Let's do a little bit smaller. Let's say like 125, 125. I want to see if I can keep it from doing this weird corner over here. Oh, you know what? I know. We're not going to do a box. Let's do a sphere. Sphere. A sphere will fix this issue. Oh. Never mind, the sphere did not fix this issue. How did that break it? Oh, wait, is it hitting the floor now? I think it's because it's hitting the floor. Test. How can I do this? What if I change this to a capsule? Capsule fix this? Nope, capsule does not fix that either. Okay, so box seems like it may be the best solution. I think I'm gonna leave it as a box for now. Maybe I need to fix this later. So now it should look for a spot up against a wall that's closer to it and also close to the player as well. I may take away that close to the player thing. I don't know if that's going to be the best solution. Oh, curious. Nice. So let's see how this behaves now. Why is my hand there? Oh, I have a second VR pawn. Where are you going? Are you not detecting me correctly? What's going on here? I think he legitimately did not see me. Let's see what you're doing now. Hold on. Stay there. I want to see what you're doing. Okay, so it is coming down to this position. It's rotating to face me. This is where it's airing out, is because there's no fight condition set. Or the fight condition is set, I guess. And it's rotating to face me. Although I don't know if that's working correctly. This sequence, though, is not working. In this simple parallel. Hold on. The logic is working correctly, but it's not. Oh, wait, wrong one. Where are you going, bud? I'm so confused. What is happening? Are you not seeing me correctly? What is going on here? Hold on. This is where it's at. It's searching for me. It lost me. Okay. Stop that real quick. Let me real quick move that. Yes, I want to move that. Let's also try moving that. I wasn't expecting for the ranged character, like the ranged NPC, to be as difficult as it is. Where's he going? Why is he walking past me? What is going on? Why are you not responding to me? Dude, I'm right here. I'm right here. Look at me. Look at me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look at me. I'm right here. Look at me. Look at me. Hi. You see me now? I'm over here. Hold on. Let me... Okay, I think he is oh, I did not mean to smack the mic. He is rotating to face me. I don't know if he's shooting or not. But he is rotating to face me. Okay, so the moment I get too close to the wall is when he freaks out. He can no longer see me once I'm up against the same wall. It's just coasting around listening to... It really is. So it doesn't like it when I get up close to the wall. The moment I get up close to the wall is when it starts freaking out. How can I fix this? Hold on. Let me first make sure he's shooting correctly. Shooting. Play some foreboding music and it will be on you all the time. This is Game Chops. I don't know that I can tell him to play foreboding music for me. Hold on. You think if I put in their chat, play some foreboding music, they'll do it for me? Oh no, they'll make... I am subscribed, am I not? Oh. I don't know if I have any foreboding music to play. Otherwise, I would. Let's see here. So, how can I make this see me when it can't see me? Lol. Let me see. Hold on. Let's do some quick research here. Hold on. How do shooting enemies behave? Or no, take cover in games. Let's look at this. I asked ChatGPT to make an AI for the VR template. Oh, well, what did it give you? Unreal Engine AI, keep sight while behind cover. Oop, I spelled cover wrong. We're doing some research now. This is the fun part, trying to figure out why things don't behave the way that it should. Very descriptive. Hold on. We're gonna try this right now. I've tried ChatGPT before. We're gonna try this. Hold on. Try ChatGPT. I think I already have a login. Hold on. There it is. Give me 1 second. I have to enter passwords and stuff. I'm sorry, I can't show my passwords and stuff on screen. That just seems like a very, very bad idea. Okay, here we go. Let's see. New chat. Let's see here. Let's... How do you create an AI that ducks behind cover in Unreal Engine? You can follow these general steps. 1. Create a cover system. First, you need to create a cover system in your level. This can be done by adding cover objects such as walls, crates, or other objects that can be used as cover. These objects should have collision detection and be tagged as cover so that the AI can recognize them. Create a behavior tree. Next, you need to create a behavior tree for your AI. This behavior tree should contain tasks that enable the AI to search for cover, move towards it, and take cover behind it. These tasks can include things like search for cover, move to cover, hide behind cover, and peek out from window. Implement cover search logic. Within your behavior tree, you'll need to implement logic for your AI to search for cover. And then it goes on, implement cover movement logic, implement cover peeking logic. I mean, I kind of had that part down. The part that I'm running into is how do I have it? Here, hold on. How do I make the AI maintain eyesight of the player while behind cover? Let me see what it gives me. Here's some general steps that you can follow. Use a line of sight check. One way to ensure that the AI maintains sight of the player is to use a line of sight check. This can be done by casting a ray from the AI's position toward the player's position. If the ray hits an obstacle, then the AI should move to another position that provides a clear line of sight to the player. Ask more specific. Hold on. Let me wait for it to get through its generation here. You need to let it get its things out. I do have an idea. It does give me an idea. Bing just released their OpenAI. I heard about that Bing's now doing their own OpenAI thing. I haven't tried it. How is Bing's basically works the same way? Hold on. Bing.com. Check. Introducing the new Bing, your AI-powered search engine. Oh, you have to join a wait list to use it. Great, I'm on the wait list. Cool. I did not put in any of my information. It already has all of my information. I have not put it in. Thanks, Tatsuya. What just popped up on my screen? I didn't even see what that was. Did I just have someone message me? Oh no, it's Microsoft Bing. I'm on the wait list now. It's almost instant. I think it's cool we're using AI like this to help us find information. I'm not as concerned about like AI taking over jobs or anything like that. The only thing that it kind of makes me concerned about is that we're going to become too reliant on things like this. I'm wondering if there's going to become like any sort of downside. When did it close? Oh no, it didn't close. There it is. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. Do I maybe need to change the way this whole thing works? Maybe we need to change range. Or maybe we need to change the way that the range functions. Maybe this does need to be a whole different player. Maybe what we need to do is it desets the player here. And then maybe what we need to do is if it searched for the player a certain number of times, then it desets the player. And it maintains sight of the player every other point in time. Let me try something else too. What if I remove this? Hello. Come here. Why are you walking past me? Oh, wait. I know why. Hold on. Hold on. No. Yes. I think. Hold on. I think that might be the only thing I need to do to get this to work correctly. Okay. He's seen me. I don't think he's shooting. Oh, he is shooting. Look at that. Okay. So I think we also need like a distance thing too. We need to make sure he maintains a specific distance away from the player. So... hold on. I know. That's all it took. I just had to remove that. So hold on. We're going to move this over. I may need to re-implement like a searching kind of thing later. But I think I need to do it differently for this character. Let's do this. So let's try something else. Let's do... like in between, we'll do like a distance check to see how far away it is from how far away the player is from the thing. I wonder, do I need... I think I just need like another task. Hold on. Distance from player. Okay, so we'll do that. Add. Execute. We need one for the player, and we will need one for in fight bool. And then we set these both to left forward 2 players. Player, get value as an object, get actor. Ooh. Can you get world location? Get location. Do I need to cast this? Am I not able? Okay, cast to VR pawn. There. Okay. Get world, or no, actor location. And then we get actor location. Distance between these 2 points. If it's less than... distance is what we'll call this. We'll just make this a float. Then we'll feed that into a branch. There. So if this is less than our max distance, then we want to set this. Set value as bool to false. I won't set it to true. I'm just going to set it to false. And then we finish, execute true, and that's on true and on false. Because we can't let it finish without finish executing. Otherwise, that is a problem and it might not finish and continue on like it's supposed to. Okay, so I'm gonna do that right here at the end of this sequence here. This one's from player. Let's see, player. In fight bool. I forgot to set that float to public. And then let's set this to. What should we set this to? Maybe like 1,000? What is the max height that the player has? 5,000. Yeah, let's say. Actually, I'm gonna set a little further. Let's say 2,000. And my assumption is that this should allow for it. If it's so far away after shooting, then it's going to basically. Let me also move this up because I noticed it was a bit too low. Single way. I didn't see it printing this, but I did see it firing off the projectiles, and honestly, that's kind of good enough for me. It was half working, but at least it was doing the half that mattered. Did you not see me? Let me wait for him to turn around. Hold on. What? Did I break it again? Board's lower priority when players set. And I know in the melee class, it sets it the moment it sees it. Right here on the AI perception. It saw me from the other side of the map. I don't understand why maybe I'm too short? Hold on. We're gonna do this. Hold on. I think I need a piece of tape. I can't see the monitor anymore. Okay, he sees me. Okay, and then it's moving closer. It looks like. Oh, it moved to the other side. It moved to the other side of the wall. It would be nice if numbers could give a real-time representation on the fly without having to simulate. That would be really nice. Okay. It at least seems to mostly be working correctly. I think what I need to do is I need to move up the post-projection vertical offset again. I think if I can bring it up so it's like right on the edge, that'll work a little bit better. This, where is this? Yes. So it needs to come up a bit more. Let's do, I don't know, 80? I'm in the wrong one. I have too many windows open. Let's try 90 maybe. I think that'll work a little bit better. Let me also try, if I grab the VR Pawn, right? Move it. Okay. It's nice. It only gets points over here, which is good. It looks like over here it's still not line tracing all the way. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if it line traces from like the center point here. That's going to be a problem. Because then that means it breaks everything just by the player being so short. So how, is there any way that we can move this up? So we basically need a way to be able to line trace from higher up on the player side. From like a specific height. Oh, I think I know. Hold on. We can do this. I think I have an idea. If we jump into the query context again, instead of providing a single actor, we could provide locations. If we do this, we can get actor of class VR pawn. Okay. And then what we do, we get the actor location. This is where things are going to get a little weird. Hold on. So X and Y would both be the same, right? Z, if we just base it off of like the floor where it's at right now. Let's see, it's minus 50. We're raising up 90, so that would be 40. Just as a quick test, we could do in the EQS maybe like 45. Does that work? Maybe do I need to raise it more? Hold on. 60. I can't tell if this is working or not. I don't think it's working. Although it does look like it's no longer getting these corners. I think it was getting over here before. Unless it's just because I moved it forward. Yeah, it's just because I moved it forward. See, I'm still confused. Why is it getting this one all the way over here? It should not be getting these points. It should be in the visible side of the player. I can't think of another way of doing a cover system, but I feel like it's going to take too long to do today during the stream. Given I spent, I don't even know how long doing this so far. But my plan B thought would be to have like splines along each edge of like the wall. And then we could tag this static mesh as something like cover. Then what we could do, we find which splines are on the side that the player can see and which sides are not. We take the ones that are not, and we get just a random point along that spline. And that's where it takes cover. Would work. It would be a little bit more work. But it would work. Maybe that's something I need to play around with. I don't know that that's something I'm going to play around with today. I think that's going to take up a bit too much time. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to just kind of have like a casual NPC. I mean, I guess I kind of already have that with the patrol points. We just kind of have it patrol around. That's kind of it. Let's see, anything else? I think there was another type. No, no, I think I've honestly kind of covered all the different NPCs that you can kind of do with these streams. I think I've kind of covered most of it. I think the only thing is this needs to be improved. The ranged one. What if I throw in the ranged and the melee one right now? Hold on. Oh, they just walk right through each other. I mean, they seem to work just fine. An animation loop randomizer. We could do a quick animation. Hold on. Let's do it. Which one should we do it for? Let's do it for the ranged one real quick. So I think the ranged one has a much more like an NPC with multiple idle animations. Multiple idle animations. Let me see. Do I have? Let me open this up real quick. Okay. Oh, it does have an animation blueprint for this one. I thought this did not have an animation blueprint. Okay. So let's try something. So I started downloading these for my project. So we'll go and throw these in here. Hold on. Desktop. Let's see, downloads. And I need all of these FBXs. We'll pop these in here. We want these all to be for the tutorial TPP skeleton. And they all failed. Oh, that's why. Okay, let's try something else. I didn't import these with skeletons or anything like that. They were just the animations. Let's see, animation length advanced. Is there a way I can try and get it to rebind or something? Let me see. Let me see the animation we have here with this one. Well, so most of those animations are pretty simple. All you do is you stop at a spot, and there's literally a node. Just play animation, and that's literally all you do. We can try and do one. I'm trying to see what kind of animations we have tied to this that we can do. I have a question that nobody can help me with. Do you up for challenge? It sounds simple, but it's a trap. It depends on the challenge. Tell me what the challenge is, and I will, at the very least, think about doing it. I don't know what kind of challenge you have in mind. Does this not have it? This just has walk forward and idle. It has no other animations on it. We could at the very least try and do these. Hold on. What if I just drop these in right now? As is? It might actually work. Simulate. Okay, movement, speed. Can you help me solve it? That is the challenge. Well, what am I helping you solve though? If that's the challenge, I asked like what is the challenge? If the challenge is for me to solve it, what am I solving? Vector length, velocity, vector length, max speed. Why is it not working? Character. I don't think it's moving at all. Hold on. Okay, it is moving. Why is it not? Why is the velocity? Oh, wait, it's using velocity. That's why. Hold on. It's using velocity, isn't it? If we go here, this needs to be simulating physics. And then constraints, we need rotation X and Y. Be locked, compile save. Oh, does simulating physics break that? Oh, that is so stupid. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Disable simulate physics. And then we disable constraints. X, Y. Compile save. I have an issue with dynamic nav mesh UE427. I have persistent level in which I stream in different levels, basically rooms. Oh, I tried to make dungeon crawler when I align these levels. Nav meshes stay in place, they do not move, even if you rebuild the nav mesh. All rooms' contents are inside scene object that I'm aligning. I'd be curious, how are you rebuilding it? It just seems like rebuild would rebuild the nav mesh. I tried to make random generated dungeon crawl set to dynamic. It sounds like something else is going on. I've actually built a dungeon crawler very recently with the dynamic nav mesh, and I had no problem with it. Nav mesh. Hold on. Navigation system. Oh, good. Navigation mesh. There is a section. Force rebuild. Here we go. Runtime generation. So this is what you said, right? Runtime generation to dynamic. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to force rebuild it. The only way you can kind of force rebuild it is by making it dynamic. I don't know if there is a way to force it to rebuild, like in Blueprint or anything. The only way that I know of is you just set the runtime generation to dynamic. Quick question, sorry fam, why do I have in my imported VR game 2 debug lines on my VR pawn? I only migrated it, both version 5.1. I don't know why you would have... Are you are they like attached to the hand? Or are you talking about the widget interaction components? The widget interaction components have debugs on them. or have debug lines that they'll draw if you have it checked. Ow. Sorry about the mic too. I didn't mean to punch that. If you have blueprints, VRPon, add a widget interaction. I would say if it is the widget interaction component, just make sure this is set to false, and that's it. Correct. Runtime gen is set to dynamic. You have it checked, but no, if it is checked on, then you're going to see the lines. If this is a check box, like this means you won't see it, this means you will. As for you, Mega, I don't know of any other way to do the nav mesh. The only thing I would be able to say is mess around with the navigation mesh settings. This is, as far as I'm aware, the only way to force it to rebuild is to set to dynamic. I am not aware of any other way that you can force the it to rebuild. It could be an issue with the engine version. But I am not aware of any other way that you can like force it to rebuild. It's basically you're waiting for it to rebuild, and that's it. Force rebuild. Let's see. You could try running this command node. I don't know that I've ever worked that. I could see my luck, but there are 2 of debug lines since I'm migrating to a new plug. Well, that's why I was asking that's why I was asking if it's the widget interaction component. There's 2 widget interaction components that spawn on every VRPon. Every VRPon has 2 widget interaction components. Both of them have debugs. I don't know if that's what the issue is. If it is a like brand spanking new VRPon that you migrated over, I don't know. There shouldn't be anything that causes a debug line in a brand spanking new pawn. So I don't know about that. Yes, I can, I tried to make VR template without VR. I'm poor and it crashed. Multiple attempts, so I fell back on reliable 427. I tried the particular answer, no luck. So, I don't know. Like I said, to my knowledge, there's no way to force it to rebuild. If you're having an issue with it, I would say try restarting the project. I don't know if you've tried restarting it or not. I would say try restarting it and seeing if that works. As far as I'm aware, setting it to dynamic is the only way that you can do it. Setting it to dynamic is the only way that I know that you can force it to rebuild. You could also try... I know you said you're building a dungeon generator. I don't know how your dungeon generator is working. You can try a forced rebuild on load. I don't know if that'll work or anything like that. But Setting it to dynamic, I've used dynamic. It's worked fine for me. I haven't had any issues, but I'm also on UE5 right now. Like rebooting the editor, yeah. I've seen people have issues where the whole editor needs to be restarted. I'm assuming you may have tried that, but I figured I'd throw that out there because that's the only other thing I could think of. Unfortunately, that's not an issue I think I've ever run into without... I've always just set this to dynamic and that's it. Spent a month on this. It was rebooted multiple times already. Still no luck. Like I said, I don't know. Setting it to dynamic has always worked for me. I've done this on a lot of different projects. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't give you like a better answer or anything. It's not an issue I think I've ever seen. The only if rebooting hasn't worked for you and you've been working on this for a while, the only other thing I could think of is that something with Unreal Engine 427. That's like the only thing that I could think of. I don't know that I've tried 427 to use a dynamic nav mesh, but yeah. In persistent level and say goodbye to performance. Oh wait, you were using were you using a nav mesh in a stream level? Did I miss that? Hold on. Did you said in a persistent level? Are you using a streamed level? Nice. I'm pretty sure nav meshes have to be in the host level. Which I stream in different levels. Oh, you did say you streamed in different levels. That might actually be your issue. I don't know that I've ever tried it in a stream level. I've only ever done it in a persistent level. The stream level might be your issue. Your persistent... Hold on. Let me see. I don't think I've ever tried a nav mesh in a stream level. Streaming level Unreal. Each room that gets streamed in has its own nav mesh. This is currently a problem with navigation streaming. Take a look at the forum. If this does not resolve your issue, or you have additional questions, feel free to let me know. I'm loading the persistent love world, which then loads sublevel 1. Sublevel 1 contains a nav mesh and a simple AI character. Attempts to find... to make your step work, you will need to place nav mesh bounds volume in the persistent level instead of sublevels. Delete all recast actors and nav mesh bounds from sublevels. Place nav mesh bounds volume in P level and set runtime generation on recast actor to dynamic. This way, whenever you stream in or stream out sublevel, nav mesh will be regenerated. In the persistent level instead of sublevels, delete all recast actors and nav mesh bounds from sublevels. Place nav mesh bounds in persistent level Yeah, so it looks like it does need to be in a persistent level. I have persistent level start, no nav meshes in it. Each room that gets streamed in. So make big nav mesh to cover biggest room, and then just move it to the next room center. Yes, I think I'm understanding your question correctly. So make big nav mesh to cover biggest room, and then just move it. Yeah, I think I'm understanding your question correctly. Yeah, so it has to be in the persistent level. To stream in a pre-built nav mesh along the level. I don't use level streaming anymore. I just open level, but still doesn't work. If I place my nav mesh in the level I'm loading, recast nav mesh, always rebuild in persistent. This way doesn't work either. But if you place a console command, rebuild navigation in the level BP, you want to load it. But this comes at a cost because you are rebuilding by force. The load time is longer. Nav mesh volume in the recast actor. The sub-level contained geometry. Yeah, I think it has to be in the persistent level. It's definitely not good on performance, but I've had to do the same thing. I was working on a dungeon generator of my own. I wasn't using streaming levels. I found a different solution that for me works a lot better. And I've had to have the nav mesh in like the main persistent level. Control parent level things from streamed in director. I control spawns and stuff, but I think I could try that. I could try and make it work. That's an interesting suggestion. Parent level things from streamed in. It would definitely make it a bit more difficult to control things from streamed in level. So I'm just going to tell you real quick. So just as a quick description of the way mine works, it would take me too long to open up the project. I'm going to be ending the stream here pretty soon. But the best way that I have found to do it is I basically created a specific actor that creates a room of a specific size, or it can be a random size. And that is what gets put into the world in the nav mesh space. And that's the best way I've found to do it, not using like streamed in levels. I don't know if performance is significantly better if you're doing a streamed in level. I haven't tested that, so I may be wrong. Roguelike in like 2 weeks using pre-made assets from the internet. What could possibly go wrong, Dan? Honestly, that's yeah. Yeah, so I basically just used I basically just have actors that spawn in the rooms, and they all reference back to a sort of parent like dungeon manager, I guess you could kind of put it. And then they kind of communicate back and forth to create the levels, the corridors, and all that all in one level. So I'm not using like stream levels or anything like that. But I will say it did take me a very, very long time to do. I think I worked on it for like 2 months. I'm actually generating levels for meshes. So it's using instant static meshes is what I've used. Instant static meshes are what I'm using to create the levels and all that. Which basically, in case you're unfamiliar with instant static meshes, you give it a mesh, and what I have done is you give the instant static mesh a specific static mesh, and you tell it where those static meshes need to go. So essentially, you have a tile. My tiles right now, because I'm using just demo assets, are like 400 by 400 wide, and I just position them all 400 spaces apart in order to build out a grid. And that's so far the best way I've found to do it. I'm currently on version 4 of my dungeon generation, but so you're actually generating level geometry for meshes. Yeah, I don't know if like doing streamed levels are much better for performance or not. I haven't tried that, so maybe that's something I have to look into. It wasn't even a thought that crossed my mind. But maybe I have to try that and see if it's better on performance as well. Because that's something else I don't know. Yeah, plugins are awesome, but you should always be prepared to have to do a few extra things because plugins don't always work well together. Instancing is way better on performance. What are downsides? Of using instant static meshes? I mean, they can be a bit of a pain to work with. I don't know if it's... I don't know if that's something you looked up, if it's like... If instancing is in fact better on performance or not. I know instant stack meshes can be a little bit more difficult to work with sometimes. Like I said, I had to create a few different versions of Dungeon Generations before I finally got to the version I'm currently on. But yeah. I don't know if there's very many downsides to instant stack meshes. I wouldn't suggest having like tons and tons of instant stack meshes. I've done that and I've had like some weird performance hiccups. Or maybe it was just the size of the instant stack meshes. I may be wrong. I don't know if it was the size of them or if it was just how many I had. But to answer your original question, I'm pretty sure you just have to have the nav mesh in the main persistent level in order to fix your issue. Let me also ask, what are you using the nav mesh for? Do you have AI wandering through? Is that what you're using it for? No problem. Good luck with your project. I wonder if I can get it to grab a random one. For AI enemies? Okay. I was just curious. I was assuming that's what you were trying to do the nav mesh for, but I guess I was just curious. I might actually be trying using this EQS system to see if I can do like a different kind of navigation setup. Just so I don't have to rebuild a nav mesh or anything. Attack till someone dies. That sounds pretty straightforward. You said you were trying to do this in 2 weeks? That's pretty impressive. Try to do it like that. No, because if I do a pathfinding one, actually, I'm curious. What if I do this? I'm curious. If I throw this over here, will it generate off the edge? It won't. Ooh. Without actual VR hardware, so it's challenging to me, just like old days when devs had to make games without actual hardware tested. I imagine that is a huge challenge. I wish you the best of luck with that too, by the way. I am way past the 2 weeks. Decide to actually work more and add stuff onto the game, like level gen. In the beginning, there wasn't level gen. Oh, okay. So now this is just kind of something you're working on. It sounds like more for fun then. That's pretty cool.